You need to be posting on YouTube if you want to sign high ticket clients through Instagram. Right now, you're just using Instagram and it's not working. Today, we're going to break down why it's not working, the solution, the double funnel, which I'm going to break down step by step. There's 4 steps to it. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. So right now, what are you dealing with? This is what you're dealing with. You have loyal story watchers and people who engage with your content, but no buyers. You're not able to convert DMs to sales calls. People seem like they're playing games. We don't like people who play games. Playing games is for females only. All right? When you get on sales calls, prospects have to think about it and they have tons of objections. You don't close the deal. This is a big problem. So now how do we go about solving this problem? Let's break it down. There's one major thing. Prospects need to consume 7 hours of content from you to feel comfortable making a buying decision. With your 2 Instagram reels every couple of days and your 5 stories every day that are just pictures, how are they going to consume your content for 7 hours? They are not. We need to utilize YouTube to build trust, credibility, relatability, authority, and value with our avatar. So let's break down the double funnel. The double funnel, because we're not just using Instagram, we're using YouTube together simultaneously up in this bitch to sign clients. All right, let's break it down. So we got Instagram Reels. This is where people who don't know who you are come to your profile to figure out who you are. Okay, this is where you get new eyeballs on your page. This is where you gain awareness. Then you send the new awareness you get from the Instagram Reels that go viral to your YouTube VSL. I'll break down what a VSL is and how to make one in this video. Then they're going to watch your VSL and think, wow, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's good. Then what they're going to do is they're going to look at your past uploads on YouTube. And they're going to be binging your past uploads, looking at all the lifestyle videos, the trainings, and the talking head videos that you have. Then they're going to fall in love with who you are as a person, your identity, not your program, you and your identity. And that's going to allow them to have that trust to pay you on the sales call. All right. Then you're going to send them back to your Instagram stories where you're going to convert them into a client. Okay. This is how it works. You need to utilize Instagram and YouTube together to get them to watch 7 hours of your content so that way they can trust you enough to buy. So what is the 4-step double funnel? Let's break it down, okay? So step 1, like I said, is through Instagram Reels. You need to gain awareness. There's a 4-step process when it comes to online coaching to get clients and service them. Step 1 is awareness, eyeballs on your page. If you're not getting eyeballs on your page, you will not sign clients. It's that simple. People need to know who you are. You could have the best product in the world, but if no one knows who you are, you will not sign clients. Okay, so we need to gain awareness through Instagram Reels. So there's a couple different types of Reels you can post, okay? First, let's go through these scripted talking head storytelling Reels, okay? You need to have a really good hook. If you're going to talk to the camera, especially if you're going to tell a story, they need to be hooked in at the beginning of that story. So in under 15 words, can you hook them in the first 1.5 seconds, okay? Quickly say your first sentence and hook them in. Once they're hooked in, can you give them a backstory and setup for what's going to happen, which is going to be the breaking point and the takeaway? So in 2 to 4 short sentences, under 12 words, can you make the story feel personal, real, and vulnerable? Can you get them to relate to you? The way you're going to do this is by giving them specific locations, age, and numbers when you tell your story. So instead of saying, I used to work a 9 to 5 I hated, you can say, for me, I would say, 2 years ago, I worked in door-to-door sales, selling pest control. I'm exact. People who work in door-to-door can relate to that, okay? Not I used to, say 2 years ago. Be specific. Then step 3 to the viral reel scripting formula is a breaking point. So after you've set the stage with the setup and the backstory, at some point, something had to change. So in 1 or 2 sentences, you're going to reveal the one moment, the singular moment, second, where everything changed. Describe your transformation in one moment, not a gradual process. Not I started to realize. Instead say, I saw this reel, or I met this person who said this. Or this happened to me. I got fired from my job. That's a single moment. Okay? So use contrast words, but, until, and then I realized. Things like that. And then lastly, we've got the takeaway. So this is the real, hardcore, unexpected truth and lesson that you got from the breaking point and from the backstory, from your story. Okay? You want to not come across as a preachy guru. You want to be relatable, crack a joke, be calm, and be chill. Be chill, man. And then one sentence of what resulted after you applied the wisdom, the payoff, okay? So this is where we're going to break down the lesson you learned and how that applied to your life. So this will get you a ton of reels or a ton of views because it's so relatable. Now there's another type of viral reel, which is the transformation and the B-roll. These are a bit easier. You don't have to script them out. It's a little bit of editing, but it's a different style. So first we've got the transformation. And B-roll. How we're going to find these is we're going to get inspiration from a competitor who already went viral. Very simple. Keep up to date with competitors by doing consistent research, following them, and training your Instagram algorithm to show you their reels. Secondly, when you see a reel do exceptionally well from a competitor, recreate it using your own clips. Simple. It's not rocket science. Ask yourself, why did this reel go viral? Was it the hook, the caption, the message, the value, the videos they were using? Was there some sort of shock factor? Incorporate whatever you think made that reel go viral into your reel. Simple. Okay, then we're going to create your own viral reels by being creative and testing. So you also need to be creative when coming up with your own ideas to go viral. This doesn't mean it has to take a lot of effort. It just needs to check one of these boxes. It needs to provide a deep insight or value. It needs to be a massive belief shifter. It needs to be extremely entertaining or funny. Or lastly, it needs to be highly relatable to a large group of people. If it's one of these things, it has the possibility of going viral. It can be a B-roll clip with text over it, a skit, a transformation reel. You can get creative. But the key is to test. Not every reel you post is going to go viral, and that's okay. Test different ideas. Post 3 to 5 times a day. You don't have to spend hours on every single reel. If an idea comes into your mind for recording a video of you with some text on screen, it might take 5 minutes to make, but it could go viral because it's so relatable. The text on screen is so relatable. Okay? It doesn't matter if reels don't do well. The key is to test. All right. So now you're posting reels consistently and you're gaining new eyeballs through your Instagram reels. Step 2, you're going to send the traffic from your Instagram to your YouTube VSL training. Now, why do I put quotes around training? Because really this is going to be like a VSL is a video sales letter. So you're trying to sell them your program, but you're also going to provide them value, so we'll call it a training. So how do you structure this VSL? It's going to be a YouTube video similar to this. You can use Loom, you can put your face cam in the corner, and you can teach and go through all these steps. All right, so step 1. Get right into the problem the avatar faces. The avatar is the person you're trying to sell to. Okay, the person you're speaking to with your message. That exact person, what is the problem they face? And you want to call them out. Guys who are 25 to 30 years old, who've been going to the gym for 2 years, who have been seeing minor results but are sick and tired of wasting their time, or at least feeling like they are, because they're not getting the results they actually want. Okay? Then briefly explain why they should listen to you. Explain your transformation. Show your transformation. That's going to build credibility. Then we're going to break limiting beliefs. So people often tell you, oh, I don't have time. Or I need to talk to my spouse. That could be one, depending on who you're trying to sell. I need to think about it. Why do people usually need to think about it? I don't know if this is going to work. Do you have a guarantee? All these random BS objections you'll get on sales calls, you want to put them into your VSL at the start and overcome them. Okay. Then we're going to break down your program into pillars. So you should have, 3 to 5 pillars in your program. And what you're going to do is break down each pillar. You're going to break down the problem each pillar solves, how it solves it, and the benefit of solving it. So example, you're a fitness coach and we've got a pillar that's going to solve the problem of someone not being consistent. So what's the problem? Lack of consistency in the gym. How are you going to solve that? You have an app to track their workouts so you can hold them accountable. And then what's the benefit? The client is not going to miss workouts because they know that you're going to call them out and therefore they'll make a consistent progress towards their six-pack. Okay. Next, after you break down your program, then you're going to inject any client results if you have any. Okay, if you don't, that's cool. You can skip that. And then lastly, you're going to have a call to action for them to go to the description and book a call with you, and you're going to give them a great guarantee so that way they're enticed to go book a call. So this is a very, very basic overview of how to structure a VSL, but it'll roughly be like this, okay? So you're going to make this video. You're going to structure a PowerPoint hitting all 6 of these points, and you're going to do a Loom video like this. You can download Loom and record the YouTube VSL just like how I'm doing this using Loom, okay? And go through the PowerPoint and break it down. Then once you post that to YouTube, you're going to start sending people to that video. So there's 3 main ways. First one is in your reel captions. You're going to have a caption in your reel, and it's going to be a story or some sort of lesson. And at the bottom of it, you're going to have a CTA telling them to comment for a free training on how to do XYZ. So comment for my free training on how to get a six-pack in 90 days without cutting out your favorite foods. And what are you going to do? You're going to send them your VSL, because that's what your VSL is. Your VSL, the name of your VSL should be your transformation. So for example, my VSL is how I went $0 to $10,000 a month online coaching in 30 days. So anytime I want to direct someone to that, I'll say comment the word 30 days, and I'll send you my 30-day guide on how to go from 0 clients to making $10,000 online coaching. I'll put that at the bottom of my captions. Then I've got a story call to action. Once a week, post a 3-story sequence on your Instagram stories. The first story, and by the way, these are all going to be you talking to the camera. Don't post none of that, a picture where people aren't even going to read all the text on screen. You want to talk to your audience. So first, describe the big problem your avatar faces. Remember, talking to the camera. Second, describe how it's affected your life and how you've overcome it. How you've overcome their problem, because you should have already been able to overcome it because you are selling the transformation. Then third, tell your audience you have a training breaking it down in more depth. Add a poll to the story. So on the last story, add a poll. Would you want me to send you the free training on how to do the transformation? And the answers should both be yes. Yes and for sure. Then anyone who votes, you're going to send them the VSL and start a conversation with them. In your Instagram bio, lastly, you're going to have your VSL. So this is my Instagram bio, and then right here I've got my VSL with an arrow pointing down, and this is a link twin link. So use link twin, by the way. Go to this website, and you'll be able to create a link with the YouTube link, so that way when people click on it on Instagram, it takes them off of the Instagram app straight to YouTube where they're already logged in, and then they can easily subscribe to you. All right, so you're going to put it in your Instagram bio, just a brief description of what it is that your VSL is about on the last line of your bio, and then the link should be your VSL. All right, so now we've got people coming to our page, and we're sending them to our VSL. What's next? They watch the VSL, and now we're going to build trust through consistent YouTube uploads. They're going to go to our channel and see what is our channel all about. And they're going to see we've been posting 3 times a week consistently. Some sort of vlog or lifestyle video, some sort of training or teaching like what this video is right here, and then some sort of sit down talking or rant video where they get to really know us and our values. So when you post to YouTube, make sure you post the video to your Instagram story. Okay, so if I post a video to YouTube, I'm going to post a story saying, hey, I just posted to YouTube, go check it out, with the link twin link. So what are the different types of videos? We've got a vlog and lifestyle type videos. So guys, remember, people buy your identity, not your program. Show them what it's like living your life because you've gone through the transformation that you sell. Show them what a day in the life is like. Show them what a weekend in the life is like. Show yourself doing cool shit. Okay? Sell the desired state. And then at the end of the video, you can tell them to follow your Instagram for more behind the scenes. So if you're a social coach, show you hanging out with a lot of friends, going out and with girls. If you're a fitness coach, show you confident as fuck in the gym, shredded with girls. If you're a business coach, show you doing dope shit and living with total freedom. Okay, next, trainings and teachings. So you need to solve a problem. Very important. So, for example, a question you commonly get from people in the DMs or from clients, make a training video on it, solving that question. Start by calling out that problem, giving a brief overview of the solution, break down the solution, give the benefits, and then end it with the call, booking, lead magnet call to action. It's almost like, wait a second, that's exactly what I did. Problem, brief overview, then I'm describing the solution. Okay, this is where you show your expertise in your field. People should actually learn something they can take and apply to their life. If you can positively impact their life with your free content, they will likely buy. Very important, okay? Next, sit down talking videos or rants. This should be you speaking from the heart. It shouldn't be scripted. Maybe you can just have a rough idea of what it is you want to talk about, but these should just be raw, uncut, unfiltered, you speaking. This is where people really get to know you. They should feel like they're sitting down across the table from you, just chopping it up with you. Okay, this is a great time to shift their beliefs, talk about common misconceptions, and the reality of making the transformation that you sell. Okay, you can talk about common objections you get, and you can break down the beliefs that are holding them stuck here. And then you can end it with the follow me on Instagram or book a call down below CTA. So for an example, maybe you get a lot of the times people say, I don't have time to go to the gym. So you can set up your camera, it can even be your iPhone, you sit down, and you explain how that is total BS. And the key to make time is to set your priorities straight in life. And exercise should be a high priority in your life because of all these benefits. And the benefits could be confidence, girls, whatever it is your avatar wants. So you're going to make that as a video, you're going to post it. And now when anyone watches that, you're going to be able to shift their beliefs in your free content. If you can shift people's beliefs in your free content, they are likely to buy from you. That's very important to understand, all right? So they go to your YouTube after, following you on Instagram to watch your VSL, then they look through all your YouTube videos and they see you have a ton of good YouTube content. Now what are they going to do? Because remember, they need to follow 7 hours of content from you. They need to consume 7 hours of content from you. YouTube is going to be a huge key in them doing that. So now they go through your YouTube. Next up, they're going to go off your YouTube and go back to their day-to-day life. But remember, they're following you on Instagram. So they're going to see your content, specifically your stories. Now it's time to get them from your stories. So this is what's happened so far, from a cold lead to a warm lead. When they came to you, they had no idea who you were. They just saw a random reel from you. They followed you from the reel. They got to your VSL through a call to action that you posted on your story, from your bio, from an Instagram caption. And then they watched your VSL. They binged some of your other videos, and they thought they were really good, and they subscribed. And now they're off YouTube. They're subscribed. They've watched hours of your content. Now they're going back to Instagram. And this happens over the course of days or weeks or months, guys. This isn't like it's all going to happen in one day. Remember that. So now they continue to see your reels and your YouTube videos, and they eventually see a story where you have a poll and they vote. Or they DM you a keyword from your story. Or they see that, or you see that they're viewing all your stories and interacting with your content, so you send them a DM. Eventually, guys, you will start a conversation with this person one way or another through your stories. Here's how you want to set up your stories to be the best possible stories that you can have. So your stories, I want you to think of them like a behind the scenes of your life. Constant day in the life videos. What is going on in your life 24/7? Okay? People get invested into you because you speak to the camera often. Don't just be that guy on the story who's just posting pictures. Post a picture of your food if you're a fitness coach, and then explain why you're eating that. Explain your mindset. You need to shift beliefs on your stories, okay? And you shift beliefs by explaining your way of thinking and how it's different than theirs. And you should know what their thinking is because you've done research on your avatar. Then you build trust by posting client wins. You have call to actions consistently to start new convos. And you DM anyone who is always watching your stories. Your stories are where the money is made. Not your reels and not your YouTube. Your stories. This is where the selling is done. From stories, you can start conversations, which turn to calls, and those calls turn to clients. But remember, guys, they don't buy just because of the story. They buy because of all the hours they've seen your reels, stories, and YouTube videos combined. Specifically, the long-form YouTube videos. Okay, so this is how you're going to use the double funnel. Instagram and YouTube together working hand in hand to sign high ticket clients. So start posting these types of videos, guys, and you're going to start noticing the people that you start having DM conversations with already trust you. They want to get on a call with you. And when they get on a call with you, you've already shattered their limiting beliefs because of these sit-down talking videos. They already trust you because of the training and the teaching. And they're already sold because they see your lifestyle. If you start to incorporate this, guys, I promise you, you're going to notice a massive difference in your client acquisition system. Okay? And if you have yet to start this, then now's your time. The first thing you want to do is make your VSL. All right, guys? So this is the key right here to signing tons of high-ticket clients with YouTube. All right, so go ahead and subscribe to me down below. Go follow me on my Instagram. And if you want to speak to me one-on-one so I can help you leave your 9-to-5 job and finally start and scale that online coaching business to make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, click the link in the description to apply for a call with me. We'll speak. I'll see how I can help you. And from there, we'll take you to $5,000 to $10,000 a month so you can absolutely change your life. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and leave any questions down in the comments.